Hi, welcome to Life Force. We're here with another expert webinar. I'm Michelle, and I'm here with holistic practitioner, Dr. Linda Rayner. Hello, Dr. Rayner.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
We're very excited to have her. She's going to talk about energy and share some special tools just for you. Isn't that right?
Thank you for the opportunity to come and do a webinar for your participants. And what I'd like to do is share my top 10 energy healing tools for your first aid toolbox.
Can't wait to see it. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Dr. Linda Rayner. I'm a holistic family practice doctor, but I specialize in the energetic causes of stress and illness. The reason that I decided to go down that path was that I found in my own personal healing, the things that I learned in medical school weren't really cutting it. I then went on to study holistic medicine, herbs and supplements, and again, that was much more beneficial than the pharmaceuticals, but it still didn't really address what was going on for me. And when I came to study the world of energy medicine, I found, yes, that was the right fit, and it really helped me with a lot of the personal health challenges that I was having. When people are going through crisis, they often look for spiritual guidance and a plan to get them through. Adding the dimension of working on your energy system can be really helpful for focusing on what needs to happen during your recovery. Tools that we're going to talk about include ways to get your brain unscrambled so you can think and focus, concentrate, ways to protect your energy system so when you're in a vulnerable state, you're not as susceptible to other people's energy. And there's also great vibrational tools that you can use which don't require any thought or understanding to use them that shift your energy back from the effects of trauma to more balance. Energy flows through and around our bodies, and it supports the way we think, feel, and function. Within the realm of alternative medicine, there's this field of energy medicine. If your energy system is not in balance, then you get physical and emotional symptoms. And by rebalancing the energy system, cleaning it off, then you have better health and well-being. There's different types of energy medicine or different subsets in the energy medicine world. Things like spiritual healing or hands-on healing, energy psychology, kinesiology, vibrational tools like homeopathy and flower essences, and then whole systems like traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurveda. In conventional medicine, we focus on the physical person, and it's basically broken down into a specific part or subset of the person. You have your eye specialist, your bone specialist, your heart specialist. It doesn't really bring the whole person into focus, and so things fall through the cracks. Conventional medicine is really good for acute issues, trauma, for surgery, but for chronic illnesses that have stress as a precursor for them, it's really not a great tool to use. And so that's where alternative healing techniques come in, because they look at the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. So within holistic medicine, you have your herbal treatments, your naturopathic treatments, and then you have your energy medicine treatments. Imagine you have a garden hose that's watering a plot of land. That garden hose gets kinked, that's the trauma. I have a car accident, I have a death in my family, I get fired, that's the kink in the garden hose. The grass now goes brown. Conventional medicine is going to come along, they might paint the little leaves green, they might pull it up and put turf in, so it still looks the same, but it's not really the same. With energy medicine, what you're doing is you're unkinking that hose, that supportive, energetic support comes back in, and the grass can grow again. So I set about studying different aspects of energy medicine to figure out what was going to work for me so that I could then take it to other people and help them. Things that I use a lot are things like energy psychology. It's a great tool for releasing stress and for calming down stressful emotions. Energy psychology is one of the subsets of energy medicine where the underlying theory is that if you have a trauma, that causes a disruption in your energy field, and that leads to the emotion that you experience. If you cut out the energetic disruption, the trauma is still there in your memories, but the emotion is now gone, and it's kind of like it just melts away. People will come in completely stressed out about this very traumatic episode. I had a car accident, and I feel really shaken up, and I feel angry, and I feel afraid to drive my car. And we work on releasing that with things like emotional freedom technique, which is that tapping technique, and the emotions melt away. And they're like, I still remember having the car accident, but all that angst, it's just gone, which is wonderful. There's no tool in physical medicine that will do that without a whole bunch of side effects. Other tools that can be really helpful are working on the energy centers that go along the spine. Different centers will hold on to different emotional signatures, and by emptying that out, clearing out that energy center, it's able to support the organs that are around it. For example, at your solar plexus, you have an energy center that's related to your willpower, your focus, your motivation, your self-esteem and confidence. If that energy has been shrunk and shriveled by a domineering father, then not only do you not have the energy of that center, you don't have that energy to support those organs in that area. So your stomach, your liver, your gallbladder, your spleen may be affected because they don't have the energy to support them. And so you may develop things like gastritis, heartburn, reflux, which is actually the anger that you're feeling towards that domineering father. With our beliefs about a higher power, that relates to how our energy flows, and at the top of our head, there is an energy center that helps us to connect with a higher power. When we go through an upsetting or traumatizing experience, sometimes that energy center just shrinks down, and that adds to our change in belief that there's no longer a supportive, loving, higher power. By working with people to reopen that energy center, you can then reconnect with that higher power and feel that support and that loving energy. Emotions kind of build up like in a pressure cooker. So if you have an upsetting experience and you don't deal with it healthily, you kind of pack those emotions away. The loss of a loved one, losing a job, grief, fear, trauma, and it builds and builds and builds until the pressure cooker blows, and you'll have either really intense disabling emotional symptoms like major depression or generalized anxiety disorder, or you'll have physical symptoms like heart attack, stroke, diabetes. So it's really great to work on those energy disruptions and those emotions as soon as they happen or at some point before they blow up. A lot of people search for help with a spiritual health plan so that they can get through crises that they're experiencing. Adding in that dimension of working on your energy system can be especially helpful for getting through the crisis, because when you're under stress, it affects your brain function both physically and energetically. When your brain energetically is scrambled, it's really hard to focus, to concentrate, to feel grounded, to be centered and emotionally stable. Once you get your energy back on track, it's easier to focus on what you need to do for your spiritual health plan. I think one of my top energy tool that I teach to all my clients and would want everybody to use on a regular basis is a visualization that works with grounding cords and filling with light. It's really important in our day-to-day life to be grounded. It helps the energy to flow, it helps us to tap into the energy of both the earth and the cosmos and support our physical functioning. When we're not grounded, we tend to get spacey, it's difficult to think, and it's also difficult to protect our physical and energetic beings. With this visualization, what you're going to do is you imagine that there's a cord running from your tailbone right down through the foundation of your building, the layers of the earth, right down to the molten core at the center of the earth, and make sure that that cord is really well connected down there. Imagine that now, instead of being a thin cord, it's going to be the size of a pipe. Once you're well connected, the next part of the visualization is to imagine that there's a beam of bright white light coming down from the center of the cosmos down through that pipe, filling your head, your body, all your limbs, all the way down, filling every single cell and organ with this bright white healing light. What that does is it pushes out energy that doesn't belong to you, and that can then go down that pipe from your tailbone down to the center of the earth. So it's a really easy, very quick tool to use, And it's great to use first thing in the morning when you wake up, get connected. Last thing at night before you go to sleep, get connected and flush out all the stuff from the day. When you meditate, it's especially important that you stay grounded while you're meditating. And anytime you have a stressful event that either you're expecting to come up or you've just been through, flush out. It's a great self-care tool. I kind of compare it to the difference between standing in the shower and letting the water run over you versus going in and scrubbing with the soap and a scrub brush. What I do is the soap and the scrub brush, I work on the deep issues that are going on with your energy system, but you can let the water in the shower run over you, and all the debris, all the dirt that's not really stuck in, that's ready to come off, can just flush away. Some of my clients get concerned about releasing their toxic energy down to the center of the earth. But basically, earth energy is neither created or destroyed, it basically gets recycled. So whatever you're sending down there is going to get recycled into a different form of energy. So it's not hurtful for the earth. So there's different levels of energy healing. We have our very easy and simple first aid self-care tools that can be very helpful for simple issues that people can use on themselves or can use with family members or clients. And then there's just deeper emotional energy healing tools. I think for those people who wish to have a broader spiritual health, looking more deeply and cleansing more deeply is going to be more beneficial for them to be clearer, attain a higher vibration in their energy system, and to really allow for forgiveness and release of those deep core traumatic wounds. So I've put together my top 10 first aid energy tools to help you get through stress and trauma that will help you with better energy, vitality, and get you back in focus and on track.
That was a lot of really great information, Dr. Rayner.
I'm glad you liked it.
And I have a feeling there's more to come.
Yep, we have 9 more tips to go through.
That's right, and she's going to share a lot more, so sign in now and join.
Don't miss part 2 of this great webinar today, and start your own spiritual health plan by going to spiritualhealthplan.com.